Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day. Sorry, I was trying to craft a tweet responding to Twitch that felt eloquent enough to post without giving away how unprofessionally angry I am. So let's talk about it, I guess, because I don't want people to be confused. If you guys didn't see, Twitch added a really cool thing today, and by cool I'm being so sarcastic. They are forcing everybody to initially opt in by default to consent to having generative AI trained off of your account's activity. There's not a lot of information, which is really frustrating. I'm assuming that this is mainly for streamers, but from what I understand, it is also opted into as chat, like non-streamers, chatters as well. Am I surprised? No. Twitch is owned by Amazon. I think it's a little bit naive to think that they weren't even doing this on the back end before this. Where can I nuke that setting? Go into settings and privacy, scroll all the way to the fucking bottom and opt out. Generally new settings should always be opt-in. Yes, so I was going to say, in the US, pretty much every social media website has default opt-in generative AI training settings. That's why I'm not oh my god, this is so unheard of. Literally every fucking social media has this at this point. Maybe if you're in the EU, it's opt-in, but in the US, they don't give a single fuck, so we are opted in automatically, right? Twitch is owned by Amazon. It's naive to think that they weren't going to have some kind of generative AI training opt-in. So I would encourage you to be critical, but do not go after Twitch staff, because I am very, very sure that a lot of people at the company probably didn't want this to happen. But since Twitch is not exactly the most profitable thing that Amazon owns, I'm not surprised that they're trying to at least get some training data off of this website, which is so shitty and sucks. But I would I encourage you to make your opinions heard in a thoughtful way. They are bleeding money. Yeah, this website exists as an advertisement for AWS. So it's not surprising that this is a part of this platform now. That's why I'm not oh my god, I have to get off Twitch. I think that in this day and age, I think that whole line of thinking of oh, I have to get off this platform because of Gen AI is naive. Because if you don't want anything to be trained off of your posts, you just have to stop posting on the internet. That. Unfortunately, that's the reality you live in. And I think you're better off making your distaste heard and voting with your wallet and oh my god, VTuber politics, but vote in your local elections about AI data centers and whatever. And vote with your view. Don't watch AI generated content when you can. Say that you're not interested. Don't let the algorithms push it. It's unfortunately we're at the place now where we can't avoid it online. Nothing is safe. And I think that it is naive to say I'm going to stop streaming on this website, because what the fuck am I supposed to do? Go to YouTube, owned by Google with Gemini? It's all AI, guys. It's so horrible. But unfortunately, I think, to me, it's more important to put out human-made content and entertainment for people's enjoyment rather than letting the AI slop win. Basically, all I'm trying to say is make a comment on Twitch's tweet if you have a Twitter account, post on the forums, and tell them how upset you are about this in a professional and respectful way to the staff, because I'm sure that the Twitch staff don't agree with this either, or at least most of them don't. A lot of them are just trying to do their job, because it sucks and there's not really much you can do about it. And also opt out. That's the first thing you should do. You should go to your settings and privacy, scroll all the way to the bottom and opt out right now. Same with moving out of Twitter. Even Blue Sky, that was the most successful quote unquote move. Still Twitter that stays the main platform. Yeah, because the problem is there's just too many people. There's too many people on Twitter for all of them to move. And only a small percentage of them really give a shit or understand about what's going on the back end on that platform. I've come to accept that anything that I make professionally will be used for training data at some point. And I've made peace with that. That's not me saying that it's okay, but I want to be an artist and a creator more than I want to not be. And this is just the shitty reality of it, you know? And I'm vocal where I need to be, and that's kind of all I can really do, unfortunately. So, yeah, don't harass Twitch staff. Just make it known that you don't like this. Because this shit sucks. It really does. Yeah. And I think that like it's this might be a little bit harsh. Sorry, I just needed to vent about this because I see my peers talk about this all the time, and I'm like, guys, this is so short-sighted. I think that it's really stupid for people to be like, I'm moving to YouTube. I'm gonna stop streaming on Twitch. Guys, YouTube is owned by Google. Like, it's not gonna make a difference. If anything, it might be worse. Like, it's not like there is no other option besides YouTube and Twitch. Kick is fucking stupid. Like, I will shout that forever. It's all, literally hosted on Amazon servers. Like, it's not a real platform. It's for people to gamble and to exploit their viewers on. I don't care. Like, it's and Meta is also an AI company at this point. So if you move to Facebook gaming, which is also not a real thing, it's literally like, it's not different. There's no other option. Like, saying that you're going to leave doesn't mean anything. If you care about like the quote unquote like morals of like training Gen AI, you just can't stream. Like, straight up. You literally just cannot stream. What about Skype? Microsoft. I know you're joking, but Microsoft. Who is also training AI. So it's just like, you just have to do what you can. It's not worth saying I'm shutting all these avenues off for myself as a creator, because I think that it's important to put out human-made content in an age of shit AI stuff. The only thing you have left is LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure LinkedIn has AI stuff integrated in its platform too. Hi Fox. Sorry, not to get like mad and freak out, but like I just get so sick of this conversation because it's like, if you care, okay, this is gonna sound really harsh, but if you care so much about like keeping your content away from AI, being anti-AI, you need to do the research. You need to do the research and understand where these, like, what these programs are, who these programs, who these companies are owned by, if they are training AI, which, surprise, all of them are. And you can't just be like, oh, you're so horrible for staying on this platform because they're training AI. It's like, brother, all of them train AI. Like all of them train AI. Like, don't be so naive, you know? Work with the evils of the platforms you're on. Pretty much. Yeah. We got to pick the lesser of evil at this point. And I'm of the opinion that you're better off supporting human-made content with your watch hours and your money on the platforms that are so desperately trying to, they are so desperately like trying to push. You're better off being like, no, we don't care about this. Yeah, it's all just so frustrating. Every day it gives me existential dread, but all I can do is just keep making content and keep drawing, because that's like resistance on its own. So oh man, what an amazing Black Mirror episode that we live in. It's so cool. It's so awesome, guys. Not to bring the vibes down at the beginning of stream, but yeah, I mean, the world is horrible, but at least we have cute VTuber women. This is true. I mean, like I said, just if you support human-made content, you are already doing very, like, you're already being very helpful, right? Because like, to put this in perspective in like a smaller, like a micro way, like as it pertains to me, like I think not a lot of you guys, but some of you guys came like after I graduated art college. I have professional experience in the field like of animation and games as a character designer. That was my job for a couple of years. I wanted to do that professionally. I went to college, and by the time I graduated, the AI boom, it was well underway, and the games industry exploded. And because you guys are here and you support me with your watch hours and sometimes your money, which I really, 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 really appreciate, my dream's not dead. And you guys made a difference for me, right? That is an act of resistance against Gen AI in its own. Like, and I don't have to fully give up on my dreams because you guys are here, right? That is a good thing. And I'm sure there are a lot of other people who are like me and that are in the same situation or similar ones. Fuck Gen AI. It sucks. But unfortunately, you have to learn how to not hit them where it hurts. That's not the right way to say it, but speak their language, I would say. It's more so like understand where the profitability would be coming from and be like, people don't want this. You can't justify the investment. So some art streamers say they'll make a second art channel, opt in, and just drop pregnant Sonic art. Yeah, so my main issue with, well, no, obviously there's a million issues with this, but another red flag that I really don't like about this, they're not very specific about what they are scraping for. I would assume visual data, but my biggest concern is not so much the visual data, but the voice stuff. Well, chat logs, I'm pretty sure they were already, I'm going to be so honest with you. I'm pretty sure they were already scraping chat before this. Because they have like, I would assume they have like terabytes upon terabytes of chat data. Like, but I think them rolling out this opt-in, opt-out feature is, I would assume for visual and audio. Especially with all of the things that they've added recently to they added like the closed captioning stuff. They added the Twitch clip that thing. They added like I think that they've had some things on the back end that were already kind of analyzing the what's it called? They were analyzing like the audio of the stream already. Okay, I think that's probably rant over. Yeah, gotta do some rent lowering gunshots every so often. Gotta give my opinion every so often. But yeah, God, I'm so sick of it. I'm so tired.